Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 7. And if you'd like to check the layouts out on Instagram, it's hashtag 30DSCBL7. And if you'd like to upload one, you can use the same tag. This is the sketch we're using today, and it's by Susanna Lee. And if you're not subscribed to her channel, you need to go check her out. And I'm scrapping this photo right here, and it's of myself and two grandsons. And I was thinking I'd like to use this collection called Wonder. I think it was Photoplay. I'm not sure. It's been a while. I only had a little bit left, not green, and I was thinking green. So I had to go digging, and I found it in Echo Park, Summer Camp, or something like that. Summer Adventure. Maybe that's it. And the paper that I'm using that's got the wood grain on it, it's Simple Stories. And plus I'm using some scraps too. That scrap, I think it's Echo Park, but I'm not sure which, if it is actually the same ones that I got the other two green off the plaid, that one's the scrap. And I'm cutting my pieces of wood grain apart. It has banners in the original, and I thought I'd just make some planks going by because we were sightseeing and it was a covered bridge, plus it has a mill there with the big wooden wheel and lots of other wooden stuff. I mean, it was a beautiful old mill, and you could tour it and everything, so we got to check it all out. Anyway, um, I wanted to make sure I used wood grain because of all the wood that was there. It was really rustic looking wood, unfinished looking. My paper does look a little finished looking though. But I thought it's the same colors as what I was seeing that day. At least what my memory leads me to remember I saw. My daughter took this picture. She was with us, but uh, I took a picture of her with the boys, I think, and then she took a picture of me with the boys. And it does have yellow in the sign. I always like to take a picture of the sign so it helps me remember where I was at. And I mean, there's been times I may have misspelled something if I hadn't had that. And um, different things on there, like it says Department of Natural Resources and stuff. So I don't have to journal that. It's right there on the photo. So I like to include one of them. And I used the yellow to help bring the yellow out in the sign. However, I planned on using some little yellow flowers. And then I went to get my punch and all this, and somewhere along the way I got sidetracked, and there is no yellow flowers on this layout. But that was my thought. But they were just going to be those little tiny ones. I even thought about the ones that's got flowers, instead of got milk, and it comes in a little bottle like a milk jug. But I never did do either one. Boy, you can tell this is my second voiceover. My words are not all coming out of my mouth the way I want them to. But I pulled out my freckle lawn fawn hearts, and I cut them out in the wood grain. Well, it wasn't showing up the way I wanted it to. So then I cut them out in the green, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get the green on there because I cut words out, one word, memory, and I was going to put them on there, but they just weren't showing up very good. I thought maybe if I put another layer of green, it would show up, but I couldn't figure out how to use my scrap and get it to work the way I wanted it to. I even thought about using that other scrap there some way, but it wasn't big enough at all. And I couldn't figure out some way to use it, so it's not going on there. I'm going to end up changing my letters and not have the wood grain at all. I was going to have the wood grain, and that was the Tim Holtz wanted letters, and I was going to use my Martha Stewart punch for the small. I have some small ones. However, they just did not show up well, so I'm not going to have them. And since I was thinking about the wheel on the mill, it's a big wooden wheel, I thought, my viewfinder's kind of like that. So I backed it in wood because if you're looking through the spokes of the big wheel, you will see wood on the other side. So I backed it in wood. and I was going to just pull a brad out to put in the middle. However, I seen this, well, it's one of those wheels that goes on a ship, to steer the ship with. And so I put it in the middle, and I'm going to end up decorating it too. But yeah, I was thinking of it instead of the viewfinder. I was thinking of the wheel at the mill. Boy, those words just all go together. No wonder I can't talk. I put foam tape between the two pieces of the wood grain, and I used my thinner foam tape because I didn't want them too far apart, but I wanted the depth to show. And then I've got foam tape behind the wheel also. And I pulled out my fern and I started just to cut the dark green. And I thought, well, I think I'd like the variation of a lighter and a darker one. So I pulled out a scrap that was a light green too. And it kind of goes with the grass in the photo. It doesn't go with the green that's everywhere else. But I liked it anyway because it was another variation. But while I'm putting things on my layout, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find a link to Christy's Facebook group, and you can upload your photo in there using the same sketch. And you'll find a link to Christina Sorge's Redefine Creative Facebook page, and she does a live every day using the same sketch. Plus, you'll find oodles of YouTube and Instagram links doing the same sketch too. Lots of ideas, lots of inspiration. Y'all notice I'm getting behind. I am. Yeah, I had problems and I got behind, and it's just really hard to catch up. And so, yeah, I'm working on it. Hopefully, I'll get ahead by one day at least. That's what I'm working towards. I started to use those jelly bean soup letters, but the green just didn't show up the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to get a different green, and I like it better. And they're uh, October Afternoon, the Daily Flash. And I thought about using the little tile ones for the first words, which is every stop is a. However, I didn't. They're cream colored, and that white on that background paper is just so white. And I don't mind mixing them, and I do it all the time. But sometimes I just don't think it goes. It looks a little dingy instead of just a cream color. So I didn't go ahead and use them. I put them all the same thing. But it's every stop is a memory because we were doing stuff that weekend and sightseeing and checking places out and eating out. That was a good one too. But yeah, we were having fun checking stuff out. And those boys, if you notice, one of them has sunglasses, the other don't. You don't know how many times they took them away from each other. You would have thought they were 2 or 3 years old again, but no, they're teenagers. So there was a lot of horseplay going on, and which made the trip fun too. But I had a little wood veneer that says Weekend Adventuring. And I even thought about having that as my title, and you would have seen it up there at the top where the title goes. But I changed my mind, just trying to make up for the wood grain letters not working. But I kept wanting to use every stop as a memory. So I finally figured out what I was going to do for it. But yeah, part of this layout video was indecision. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But yeah, that's it. That's my layout. And be sure to check the other gals out, all those links. Check the Facebook group out and the live on my mind went blank. Well, Christina's Facebook page. I have a link down there below. But hope y'all have a happy scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.